Hello guys and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. It's Calzy here with another exciting little guide for you for beginners. So this guide is about bounty hunting. It's an exciting prospect in the game, gets you a load of money out of it. But you need to know a few things before you do it, so let me guide you on how to do it properly. Okay, so for starting to doing bounty hunting, you got to know a few things before you even leave off to do bounty hunting. First thing is your outfitting of your ship. So, at any starport that's got outfitting available in the little section here below, you're going to want to click on that. And what you'll start off with in your ship, it'll be a Sidewinder, but this is basically the ship up from a Sidewinder. It's the same basic ship, just a bit bigger, and it's a lot heavier. Therefore, meaning it takes a lot more damage. This is the Mark III Cobra. This is, and like I said, what you'll start off with all the time is pulse lasers on the front of your ship. When you have your Sidewinder, you'll have 2 pulse lasers. I don't think they'll be gimbaled ones, but if they're not, I advise you to get gimbaled pulse lasers. The reason for that being is they're thermic weapons, so they'll take down shields really easily. So get 2 of them on the front. These are medium hard points, so they've got a decent amount of damage to them. They do. And they're gimbaled as well, which means that they can move everywhere and they'll lock on immediately to a target, and you won't have to bother like getting lined up for a shot. They'll just follow the target, they will. It's the same with turreted ones, but it's not the same with fixed ones. Do not get fixed ones in my mind, because you have to manually aim and it's really a pain in the arse. It is. Turreted ones are good as well, but there is a catch to them, a major catch. Whatever ship you're targeted to, it will fire at them automatically. You can't deal with manual firing or anything like that. Turreted ones will just fire automatically at whatever ship you have got targeted to in your computer. So it's a bit of a risk, but I would advise you to get gimbaled ones because it does the same, like can track the same as turreted ones, but you have manual firepower on them. So that's the pulse lasers that you're going to want to get. Next weapon you want to get is probably a multi-cannon. It's a cheap little weapon. This is on a small hardpoint as well, and it's also gimbaled as well, meaning that it can track the ships that you targeted to automatically. And I've set that to the right mouse button, or is it? No, it's set to the main mouse button as well as the pulse lasers for me. But that's a kinetic damage weapon. So what it'll mean, it'll like just tear apart people's hulls once their shields are down. Brilliant. And the same with this missile rack as well. This is a heat-seeking missile rack. It's got 12 missiles to it. And also that's a kinetic damage one as well. So once their shields are down, I just pummel them with missiles as well. What I've also got as well is the utility mounts. These are important for bounty hunting as well. You're probably going to want either a chaff launcher or a shield booster. I've got both. But if you've got more utility mounts, use them to your advantage, because the thing you're going to want is a kill warrant scanner. Now you're probably going to ask me, Calzy, what does this do? Well, I'll tell you. The kill warrant scanner. So, say for example, you've got a bounty, you've targeted it, and you get a reward of 10 grand. Yeah, that's a fair amount, yeah. This thing will times that reward by a certain amount. The better it is, so this one, for example, will probably times it by, I don't know, 0.15. So if it's 10 grand, you'll get 15k instead. The next one down, this one will probably times it by 2, so instead of 10k, you'll get 20k. And the next one down, the best one, this one, it'll probably times it by like 4 or 5, so you'll get like 50k at max. These are really good to have if you've got the utility mounts to spare, but I don't, unfortunately. But that's just a little thing that you should really consider getting, these things, because it will boost out your maximum payload a massive amount. I highly advise that you get them, but I've played to this my own way. I think there's other things that we could get for you as well. Little internal compartments as well that might be useful for you. Hatchbreaker limpets might be good as well. If they've got cargo on them, you can shoot one of them out if their shields are down, and it'll just wreck their cargo hold and it'll eject them out. The shield cell bank will also have pre-charged cells to repair active shields, so it means that if your shields are about to go offline and you don't want them to recharge like for a hell of a long time, have one of these. It'll just put them back up to straight away. What else is there? I don't think there's really much else. The hull reinforcement package, it'll just increases your ship's hull integrity so you don't die so quickly. Yeah, that's pretty much what you need to know about outfitting. So the next part is, where do I find bounties? So, bounties you can find on the bulletin board. It's one of the 2 ways that you can find them. when it'll load. Here we go. So this is one bounty mission here. Because this symbol here, it'll tell you, like this, the symbols like show you what missions they kind of are. That's basically just give money. That's mining. These are bounty ones, and that's a delivery one that we did in the last video. So this is a bounty mission, and it's to kill. Who is it to kill? Oh, this is it. There we go. So the target is Red Brever. What a name. So you can go into that system, try and find them, and then kill them. But the thing is, that is one way to do it, but I don't like doing that because you've got to spend a hell of a lot of time finding the target. It's probably a good way to get into bounty hunting, but it takes a long time to actually find the target, and to be honest, in the time that you've taken to find that target, you could have got a load more money in the way that I do it. So this is the way that I do bounty hunting. Now I highly advise you, before you do bounty hunting as well, I should have mentioned this before, is you definitely need to do the combat and advanced combat tutorial in the game. If you don't do that, then you won't know the first thing about shooting your weapons and how they work. So I highly advise you do that, and if you get into any issues at all, like in space, and they don't seem to be that hard to kill, just go for them. If they're wanted as well, hey, you got a bounty at the end of the day. So the way I do bounty hunting is with these hazardous resource extraction sites, or the low intensity resources, or the high intensity ones for that matter. Either one of them, if you find them, has to be a system with an asteroid belt. That's all I'm saying. That's what they tend to be with. Or it's a planet with an asteroid belt around it. So the hazardous resource extraction sites are the best ones to go for. Reason for that being is that there's a hell of a lot of bounties around there. So you go around there, you just search for a bit, and if you find a ship in that system, in that area, target it, it'll then bring up the scanning saying if they're wanted or not. If they're not wanted, don't bother with them. They're just probably mining or something like that, or they're very important people or NPCs. If they are wanted, then they'll have a massive bounty on them. They will.
Ship released.
So we're going to head over there right now, and I'll show you how to do this properly. Because in my opinion, this is the best way to get a lot of money in a few minutes, really. So we shall head over there now, and I shall see you when I'm there. So we are about to just enter the asteroid. Well, it's kind of tricky to enter these. You need to get them from the right angle. Otherwise, you're just going to end up like somewhere like over there, probably. So here we go. Steady now. Stay on target. Stay on target. It's beautiful when you come into an asteroid belt as well. Just look at that. But you can see every little detail when you get closer in. It's amazing. So here we go, safe disengage. Let's go in. And you'll be like, wow, that's a shit ton of rocks, that is. Yeah, so use them to your advantage as well. So you want to get your scanners to be boosted up, that sort of page up on the keyboard or whatever you've hotkeyed it to. And we're just going to have a look around to see if there's any ships. So look out for like cloud streams off like their engines or lasers around the place. Or take a look on your scanner. Now there's someone in there. Yeah, good stuff. Right, let's get in. There's bound to be a wanted person there. Let's hope it's a good target. When also bounty hunting as well, you want to be careful of your little pips on the side here with your engine system and weapons. When you're firing pulse lasers, they do take up energy, and they do run out quite quickly as well if you haven't like managed your pips that well. Let's get our weapons out. Who is this guy? He's a Type 9 Heavy, but he's probably the non-wanted one. This is probably the wanted one. The Python. Oh, it's a lovely target to go for there. Yeah, he's wanted. Let's go in, guys. Manage the pips to full on weapons, and let's go in. What you also wanting to do as well is that if it's a big ship, you want to go on sub-targets and you want to aim for their power plant as well. So if it's a Python or an Anaconda, it's a good thing to go for. On a Python, their power plant is at the top, where we can just see there. And try and stay behind big ships at all times as well. Because if they get in front of you, you're fucked, basically. We've almost got his power plant out as well. It's almost 60%, 50% almost. There's a lovely bit of damage there. Ram him! Yeah, ramming is also a good thing as well. It does get a lot of their health down, surprisingly. A lot of griefers use it in online, so it's one thing that pisses people off a lot. But with Pythons as well, you want to get their shields down as quickly as possible, and once they're down, you want to kill them as quickly as possible, because once their shields are back, it'll take a hell of a lot of time for you to get them offline. Yes, we got him, guys. Oh, look at that reward.
Destroyed.
Holy shit. So if you had a kill warrant scanner, that would probably be 2 times the amount that would be. And who's this, an Imperial Clipper? Are you wanted? Hey there, guy. You alright? Oh shit, he's wanted as well, and he's dangerous, but they're quite a good, nifty, pretty nice ship to bounty hunt in, they are. So I'm not going to encounter him. So that's a really good bounty, that is. We got like 2 times the amount of what we could have got from that mission. We used quite a bit of ammo as well, but just remember, if the Hazardous Resources Extraction Site is quite near an outpost, and it's got all the stuff that you need, like munitions and repair and refuel, you've got a perfect system for bounty hunting. This is a perfect system. This is the Naughty system. I love this system now. It was for a community event, and it's just amazing now. So, let's have a few more looking around for bounties, and we'll just have some fun. Oh my god, there's a load of people around here. Christ almighty. Christ. This is like a proper space battle, this is. You'll see these pop up quite often in the game as well if you're around these hazardous resources. Oh, Fer de Lance, that is worth a lot of money too. But they're quite slow as well. You gotta really manage your pips for them ones. So yeah, that's basically the basics of bounty hunting. Get a nice loadout. Make sure you're proficient in combat. And if you see someone who's wanted, just go for them. If they're dangerous, like it says how proficient they are in combat. To be honest, NPCs aren't really that great. It's players you got to be aware of, actual real life ones. NPCs, it goes from what am I? I'm a novice. It goes from mostly harmless to novice, and then it goes straight up to dangerous. It does an elite. So be careful of them. And yeah, the bigger the ship, the bigger the bounty really in this place here. So, hope you've enjoyed that guide. Hope it's helped you out a lot as well. I know bounty hunting is a very nice prospect for some people when they start off in the game. It's like, oh, I want to be like Jango Fett and Boba Fett and everything like that, and like Dog the Bounty Hunter in space. But really, you gotta think about it first. I wanted to do it first, but then I realised that smuggling is more of my kind of thing. One thing that you want to do as well before I forget is that, of course, you want to claim your bounties as well, so you actually get the money. So once you finish doing your bounty hunting, if you feel like ran out of ammo or you're at a little bit of health and you don't really want to risk getting any more bounties, head back to a starport, go on the starport services, go on contact, and there you'll have all your redeemable bounty vouchers. You'll have to do it in the system that you're in. You can't claim bounties that aren't in that system. So you have to go to each bounty system to claim the bounties for that system. It's a bit weird. I don't know if they're going to do it for all systems eventually, but it's just how it works at the minute. So claim that. There we go. Lovely bit of money. Woo! Yay! Okay, so that's basically how you do bounties then for the finale of it. But there we go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment in the section below. If you need any more help at all, I will be happy to help you out at all. Even if it's just for some friendly online gaming, let me know. and I'll jump on if I can. So, see you next time, guys, and see you in the next guide video. Bye!